This is Made for Impact, a show about people wanting to leave a lasting mark on their organizations, their teams, and their lives. People feeling called to leadership, feeling called to something more. I'm your host, Gretchen Schott. Today, I want to talk about adapting your leadership style. As your leadership professor, I want to pose a question to you. Are you tethered to a single approach, or are you anchored to a single approach even when the situation begs for something different? How good are you at adapting your leadership? Sometimes as leaders, we can look at ourselves kind of like a kite, soaring above the heads of others, swaying and shifting as the winds of change move in. The challenge, though, of showing up in this way is that we're limited in our movement. We get caught in the strings of routine and what's worked before and resist changing, resist adapting to new circumstances. Change can knock the wind right out of our sails, and we end up crashing down and possibly damaging ourselves and others around us. I believe that adapting leadership is about picking up on situational cues and adjusting in the moment. It's about adapting your interpersonal behavior. This could mean being more friendly and asking more questions, being more animated. Or if you're an extrovert, this could also mean dialing it back, saying less words, lowering your tone of voice, lowering your volume. It's about acting differently depending on the situation. And you may have the gift, let's say, for bringing humor into a heavy situation and lightening the mood, but maybe a situation needs to be heavy. Maybe you need to let the silence and discomfort take a seat. And your growth in that is being still and uncomfortable, not making everyone else feel less tension, but actually experiencing that tension to move through it together. Here's an exercise I'd love for you to try this week. And you can do this with people who work for you. You can do it with your kids. I want you to think about a situation or relationship where that person maybe isn't behaving in the way that you expected or is not showing up as you had hoped that they would. And so ask yourself, so in that situation, do I need to be directive? Do I need to be supportive here? All right, directive or supportive? And if you need to be directive, consider, how are you telling this person what you need from them? If you need to be directive, how am I telling them what I need from them? If this situation is one where you need to be directive and supportive, consider, how are you selling them on what you need from them? If you need to be supportive, not directive, but supportive, consider how you can participate with them versus trying to tell them what to do or trying to sell them and manipulate the situation. If you need to be neither directive nor supportive, the person is skilled, they know what they're doing, they have care. Consider, how can you delegate authority with responsibility with this person? As we think about our behavior, it can be hard to measure transformation. I'm curious, how do you measure growth without promoting someone? This is something that I'm going to be digging into, and will be curious what you all think about it. Last month, I shared my word for this year is wisdom. And to that end, I will share a quote about wisdom from Aristotle that I think applies here. He said, "Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom." Take this week to know more about yourself, your preference for leading, and then actively decide to try something new. It may be uncomfortable, but I always say, when I'm uncomfortable, I know that I'm growing. And I have to tell you, in the last week, I've had a number of people who have reached out to me. They've texted me. They've listened to the show. They've shared with me back quotes and things that they liked. I love this so much. Please keep doing that. Please keep doing that. If you enjoyed this lesson, please follow the show, share it with others, reach out to me, text me, message me. I love to hear what's resonating with you. If you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, be sure you do that. Go to www.growthreefold.com/made for impact. Let me know what you're doing with this content, how it's helping you shape and transform. Because remember, you are made for impact.